The man lay motionless. The killer assumed he was dead, so he turned and walked away. At that moment, Jack's pupils constricted. He had been faking his death the whole time. He thought he had escaped. But David stopped again. Jack froze, terrified, unable to move. Seeing his continued lack of reaction, David got into his car and drove off. But he didn't give up. He continued to watch him at close range using binoculars. Soon, he saw Jack appear on a hillside, enraged. David raised his sniper rifle, but the distance was too great. He could only watch as Jack disappeared behind a rock. David immediately gave chase in his car. Meanwhile, Jack was climbing toward a cave. Only he and his girlfriend knew that there was a spring inside the cave. But upon entering, he discovered that the spring had dried up. Desperate, he slipped and fell into a deep pit. There was no way out. David kept watch outside the pit. With a megaphone, he kept calling Jack's name. The two remained in that impasse until nightfall. Dazed, Jack suddenly heard the sound of dripping water. It was a small puddle, condensation caused by the temperature difference between day and night. Jack drank the water desperately and finally regained some strength. While David went outside to urinate, Jack crept out. He approached David's car, hoping to find a phone to call for help, but he couldn't find one, so he grabbed a jacket and carefully closed the car door. When David returned, he noticed the door wasn't completely closed and immediately realized something was wrong. He suspected Jack was hiding behind the car. Since hand-to-hand combat wasn't his strong suit, he immediately started the engine and reversed sharply. Luckily, the truck had a high ground clearance, and Jack managed to roll away in time. He ran desperately uphill and hid behind a rock. Seeing that Jack had nowhere to go, David pulled out dynamite.
I kill you!
To survive, Jack had no choice but to keep running. He hid behind another rock. David wasn't going to give him any chances. He raised his shotgun and fired several shots at the rock. Just as he bent down to reload, Jack knew his opportunity had arrived. He lunged forward. He was right in front of David. He grabbed a rock and smashed it over David's head. David fell to the ground unconscious. When he woke up, the plot had taken an unexpected turn. Now Jack had him tightly bound with a rope.